Hello everybody and welcome to my German language course. I'm a German native speaker and in this lesson you will learn how to ask questions in German with the German question words. Now here is how you ask questions with question words. The first question word is wo and means where. As you learned before, the sentence du bist hier, meaning you are here, can be turned around into a question by switching the position of the subject and the verb and asking, therefore, bist du hier? Now when we want to ask that question with a question word including, then we simply keep the constellation of these two words, the verb and the subject, and simply put the wo in front of these two words. Wo bist du? So you see, this stays the same like in this question. The second word is woher and means where from. For instance, we have the sentence Du kommst aus Spanien. You come from Spain. The question would be Kommst du aus Spanien? Do you come from Spain? As you can see, I just switched those two words. And then I kept the position of these two words, and then I simply put the woher in front of these two. Woher kommst du means where do you come from. The next word is wohin and means where to. For instance, here's the sentence Ihr geht nach Hause. You go home, because to go home means nach Hause gehen in German. If I put that into a question without question word, this means geht ihr nach Hause? I switch the two words, the subject and the verb. And guess how the question would sound with question word? Wohin geht ihr? As you can see, I kept the position of the verb and the subject in this question without question word. And I simply put the question word in front of these two words. Wohin geht ihr? Where do you go to? Or where do you go? Then we have the word wann, which means when. Here, for instance, the sentence kommt heute, which means he comes today. This is the question, kommt heute? Does he come today? And as you can see, the question word again is simply put in front of these two words. The constellation of these phrases is kept the same. Then we have the word was, which means what. Sie liebt Schokolade. Liebt sie Schokolade? Was liebt sie? What does she love? Warum means why. Macht alles, which means he does everything, or he makes everything. The question would be, macht alles? Does he make everything? Does he do everything? And finally, with question word, warum macht alles? Why does he make everything? Why does he do everything? Then there's the word wie, which means how. Here we have the sentence Es geht Lisa gut. That sentence means Lisa is well or Lisa is fine. Notice that in this case, Lisa is not the subject of the sentence, but she's the indirect object. The subject of the sentence is it. So if I would translate it literally, I would say, it goes Lisa good, or it goes Lisa well, or it goes Lisa fine. But anyway, if I turn that into a question without question word, it would sound like that. Geht es Lisa gut? And again here, don't forget, geht is the verb, es is the subject, and Lisa is the indirect object of this sentence. So if I would translate it literally, I would say, does it go Lisa good? Or does it go Lisa well? Now with question word, this would sound like that. Wie geht es Lisa? Meaning, how is Lisa? If I would translate it literally, I would have to say, how does it go Lisa? We can do the same with something else. For instance, wie geht es dir or wie geht es Ihnen? In this case we can ask how are you, wie geht es dir, or wie geht es Ihnen, which means how are you in a formal way. And notice again, dir and Ihnen is the indirect object in the sentence and the subject is it. Therefore, the conjugation of this verb is the third person singular and not the second one singular or the third plural. The verb is always conjugated after the subject. And we can do the same with the verb heißen, which means to be named. In this case we are the subject. For instance, wie heißt du? Wie heißt du means what's your name in the informal way. And wie heißen Sie, the conjugation of third person plural, means what is your name when I'm speaking formally to a person. So in this case, du and sie is the subject of the sentence. Therefore, the verb is conjugated according to the subject. Here heißt, second person singular, du. And if I speak in a formal way, heißen, which is the third person plural, sie. As you can remember, the sie with a capital letter is the formal you. Then we have the question word wie viel, how much. Hat Zeit, he has time. Hat Zeit, does he have time? Wie viel Zeit hat How much time does he have? Then we have the words wie viele, how many. Hat Autos, he has cars. Hat Autos, does he have cars? Wie viele Autos hat How many cars does he have? Then we have the question word wer, which stands for who. Sie liebt Schokolade. She loves chocolate. Liebt sie Schokolade? Does she love chocolate? Wer liebt Schokolade? Who loves chocolate? And then we have the word wen, which means whom when you ask for a direct object. This means the accusative case. Sie liebt Peter. She loves Peter. Liebt sie Peter? Does she love Peter? Wen liebt sie? Whom does she love? And then we have the word wem, which also stands for whom, and which you use when you are asking for an indirect object. This means the dative case. Sie vertraut Peter. She trusts Peter. Vertraut sie Peter? Does she trust Peter? Wem vertraut sie? Whom does she trust? And then we have the word wessen, which means whose. Es ist Toms Schuld. It's Tom's fault. Es ist Toms Schuld. It's Tom's fault. Ist es Toms Schuld? Is it Tom's fault? Wessen Schuld ist es? Whose fault is it? And then there is the special case with the word which. In German there are many words which can stand for which, and then there is the special case for the German words which stand for which. As you can see, all these words in German mean which. They are so many because the German words for which adapt to the gender, to the number of the nouns, and to the different cases. Therefore, I created an extra video for you. But anyway, I hope that I could help you with this video, and so far I wish you viel Glück, viel Spaß und tschüss.